So we had pretty slick roads last Friday night, but I did go to Bright Side and I did stand up. There's only there's 4 comics and 6 people in the audience. But we got up and we did our bits and it was pretty fun. I'm gonna play the whole bit, which I don't normally do. I usually edit it out a little bit. But anyway, my dad mentioned this way. He said, "God damn it, you said that your Aunt Lois had a big butt and she couldn't get it through the camper door. Well, why are you doing that? She didn't have a big butt, and I never said nothing about the camper door." And I said, "Dad, it just sounds good saying Aunt Lois, because that was a familiar aunt to me. It's just a joke. My Aunt Lois's butt wasn't big, okay?" "God damn it, what are you doing now, son of a bitch?" Anyway, this is my set from last Friday. I'm working on stuff, okay? I'm not like a real comic. I'm just some guy that's trying to have some fun. All right, here you go.
What's happening? What am I doing? For our last comic, please give it up for Barre Pinske, everybody! I'm sorry, oh, there we go.
These guys are inspiring me with their stories. Reminds me, my name is Barry. I grew up in rural Minnesota, and we had the Christmas pageant in our church as a kid, which was pretty cool. And one year, the little doomer boy decided that he had to pee. So we're talking about farm kids in rural Minnesota, and like a 4-year-old kid, and he peed in the straw in the front of the church. I don't know how he ever lived that down. That was like the greatest thing that ever happened in the history of our town. So anyway, I live in Chester, Vermont. It's a small town down over that way. Everybody know where Chester is? You've been through there? Yeah, we got a interesting little town there. Not much happens. I think that we should try to make our town more fun. I think they should change the name of the diner to the Loose Stool Diner. I think that would be funny. And I think outside the barber shop they should have a sign that says, "We groom children." I think that would just be more fun to drive around town. You get a laugh here and there. Throughout my life, my best friends have been good and bad influences on me, from learning how to do cool things, motorcycling, fishing, getting drunk, chasing women, whatever it was, some good, not so good. Right now, my best friend is a bad influence on me. I find myself taking a lot of naps. My best friend is my dog. But I love him. The Menendez brothers are getting out of jail, or possibly. Have everybody heard about that? The Menendez brothers, know who they are? They shot their parents. They actually shot their mom in the face. Loving children. But the thing that bugs me, like, I'm 62, single, never married, and the Menendez brothers got married while they were in jail. I'm thinking to myself, what do I need to do to find myself a good woman, Kill my stepmother? No, everybody wants to do that. I'm not going to do that. I really want to try my Bernie imitation, being that Kevin was talking about Bernie. I haven't done Bernie in a while. The rich. No, this is how it goes. Life is like a bowl of cookies, and the rich are going to take all the cookies and leave the crumbs for you. Vote for me. There you go. That's my Bernie imitation. My theory is we all should get flour and bake our own cookies, but I do appreciate Bernie's advocacy for the less fortunate. I think that's pretty awesome. What the heck was I going to talk about? Oh, I had a kind of a good week. I went on a date. That was nice. I always screw up my dates, though. I dated an Asian girl, and she said her name was Carrie. And in conversation and trying to be nice, and I just said, you know, I know you're Asian. Did your family Americanize your name? Because Carrie doesn't seem like a very Asian name to me. And she said, Barry, my name is karaoke. Anyway, so the other cool thing that happens this week, over the last several months, I've been working on this project. This mouse has been running through my studio every day at like 3 o'clock when I have lunch. And when I was a kid, I used to love to go to the circus, and one of the things that I really wanted to do was like be a lion tamer. I thought that would be really cool. So I'm having lunch, and I notice in my big studio that at 3 o'clock this mouse runs by. And I started thinking about it, like, I wonder if I made a ramp, if I can get that mouse to jump over the ramp. So I'm a wood sculptor, I'm an artist, so I made this little ramp and put it up against the wall, having my lunch, and 3 o'clock, sure enough, there goes the mouse over the ramp. I thought, I'm gonna make this ramp bigger. So I made bigger ramps and put them further apart. And after about 3 weeks of the mouse running every day, I have the mouse jumping over this ramp. And I'm like, I could have been a lion tamer. This is so freaking awesome. Then I thought maybe if I made a hoop, I could get the mouse to jump through the hoop. So next few days, I slowly moved the ramp a little bit away from the wall, and the mouse is running over, and I made this big hoop, and over a period of weeks, I made it smaller and smaller and smaller, and now I have the mouse running along the wall and jumping through the hoop. And then I thought, real lion tamers, they get the lions to jump through a flaming hoop. So I got little candles and put them around, and then bigger candles, and then I wrapped a wax wick around the hoop and lit it on fire. And after like this week, the mouse like ran through the flaming hoop, and I was so excited. And I know I could have been a lion tamer given the right opportunity. So that's my. I trained wild animals, a little house mouse. I grew up in, as I mentioned, I grew up in Minnesota. It's the holiday season. When you're not married and have kids, you have to sit at the kids' table. That's kind of embarrassing. I don't like that. We're part Norwegian, and our family has lutefisk every year. Lutefisk is kind of like a stinky, gelatinous fish. They dry the fish, soak it in lye, rehydrate it. You either love it or hate it. When I was a kid, we used to go to the lutefisk dinners, and we'd be driving to this town in the middle of nowhere in the plains, and you see farms and lights, and we'd put our nose out the window like 10 miles before the town. Can you smell it yet? I think I can. It was really fun. So it's my and my dad's job to cook the lutefisk. And in order to cook lutefisk, it's really simple. You put it in cheesecloth. You put it in boiling water, stops boiling. When it starts boiling again, you take it out, you got your lutefisk. So Christmas morning, we're making the lutefisk, and we run out of cheesecloth. So we're in my dad's shop, we run out of cheesecloth. What are we gonna do? My dad's like, God damn it, your stepmother forgot to get enough cheesecloth again this year. Son of a bitch. What do we got around here that's big and cottony that we could put the fish in? I'm thinking, why don't we use my underwear? So that year we cooked the lutefisk in Dad's underwear, and that was the best tasting lutefisk we ever had, according to my Aunt Lois. So we were camping one time. My dad is pretty funny, and I got a pretty good education in Minnesota. My dad said to me one day when we were sitting around the campfire, he said, "Hey, genius, you want to learn about quantum physics?" Watch your Auntie Lois try to get her fat ass in through the camper door. All right, I think I'm going to be done now. All right, thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. This is really great. I'm glad I made the trip. Thanks.
Give it up for Barry, everybody. You know, he wanted to be a...
This is pretty cool. I'm at the airport in West Lev about to do comedy, and they got a sweeper for the snow. They're going really fast. And it looks like it does a pretty darn good job. Wow. That's cool.